What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared? You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared? You don't get to ask those questions.
She crazy. Just look at that. Crazy. She nuts, bro. She's so crazy that it's almost hot. And it would be hot if I didn't already previously have a girlfriend that was more crazy than this was. And I know where it goes. 4 a.m, phone calls, text messages with I hate you and I love you that can fit on the same phone screen. It's a lot.
He's probably going to freaking support her, and he'll probably send money to her. Men love crazy, because we know that men love crazy. Now, this, is he still looking, and especially she knew what she was doing with that mouth thing, whatever. As I'm sure people expect that this is going to be the video that is going to go after Candace Owens. It's not. So I'm going to ask you guys for please like and subscribe and a notification bell. I'm grateful to everybody who watches, and please give me a long duration because we need to discuss this. It's actually not a video against Candace Owens. It is actually a video in some sort of, I don't know if it's support or what. I don't know. No matter how I feel about her, I don't take well to people shutting people up, even though she did the same thing to me. If you don't know, she did it to me in my other channel. That's a different discussion. But my values are my values. So apparently we have it announced of breaking the Kirk family. Who's the Kirk family? The Kirk family is Erika Kirk, because I don't know where his parents are, okay? And Turning Point USA are preparing defamation lawsuits against media outlets and figures who smeared Charlie Kirk after his assassination. TPUSA spokesman Andrew Colbert said on his podcast with Scott Jennings, "We are seeing it and logging it all. We have good lawyers," okay? So that means to me that they are going to go after Candace Owens and myself, because I have said things about Charlie Kirk after his assassination that are not smears, but they are true. He was he was a supporter of Zionism. I mean, I'm not a Zionist, right, in any fashion. And I'm never going to act like that wasn't what was going on. Should I pretend like that's not real? It is real. And we will continue to talk about it. See, what this is becoming, it's becoming a second wave of the censorship. You cannot talk bad about Charlie Kirk. You cannot talk bad about Erika Kirk. I actually got told that I have to stop making videos about her.
Okay, despite the mainstream fact checkers telling us there's...
And apparently James Lee has received backlash. And this discussion... He's not this discussion, this video, he's talking about her orphanage program in Romania and all of the questions about that. Now, I get a little deeper into it on my other channel, Bring the Asteroid News. I'm not going to get as deep into it here because I am afraid. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm afraid that they will take down one of these channels, and I feel like I don't want to go in full detail on both channels. Right. So if you want to get the details, go to Bring the Asteroid News, and you'll see what I've been talking about, because I go into full detail about what they're talking about here. And I do think that's why they're kind of starting to, put it out there in the ether that they're going to be coming after people who talk about Charlie Kirk or smear Charlie Kirk.
You know this on this program. No, we've never been an apologist for everything that the Israeli government has ever done. Foundational reality, you start to, all of a sudden, it becomes very transgressive. It's addictive because it becomes so taboo.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Bonnie, how are you? What's on your mind?
Oh, it's wonderful to finally talk to you, Charlie. It's the first time I've been able to join.
Come on, Bonnie.
God bless you for all you're doing for our country.
Thank you.
My question... My young adult son's eyes were open to a lot of the lies during COVID and Biden, Trump, and that made me thrilled that he's questioning things. But now I'm hearing things from him that it makes me fear for his discernment. For example, he expressed some anti-Semitic takes on history, that maybe Hitler's motives for wanting to be rid of the Jews weren't so wrong, even if how he went about it was evil. And And my fear is that in going from one extreme to another, trusting the mainstream media and government to now questioning or distrusting everything, he's believing different lies. So I'd like to know where he's getting these lies. I've heard a little bit about the groypers from Not the Bee. I'd never heard that term before. So my question to you is this. Do you know some of the names of the influencers who are taking advantage of the conservative youth movement? I want to read.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, so thank you. So first of all, I do know the names. I'm not going to repeat them because that only makes them and their little irrelevant circle bigger. But and here, so yes, there's a couple thoughts. So Bonnie, I'll tell you this. So as soon as you were reading your question, this is how intimately familiar I am with this. As soon as you said, well, my son had his eyes open during COVID, I could tell the cadence of the question. I wrote in our chat, her son has probably become in depth in anti-Semitic stuff. I knew it before you even asked the question, Bonnie. And that's not a criticism. It's just we're seeing so much of this. And so this is a huge challenge because, of course, we should question and we should find baseline truth. However, if you dig so deep past foundational reality, you start to all of a sudden it becomes very transgressive. It's addictive because it becomes so taboo. And so, for example, Holocaust denial is illegal in Europe. Should it be illegal? No. Is it repulsive from the pit of hell? Yes. And this is a major challenge it's mostly young white men. I'm guessing that your son's a white man, I'm guessing. And
yes.
Just shot in the dark. Now, one of the reasons why it's a challenge for young white conservative disposed men is because they feel as if they have to keep on peeling back the onion to find a conspiracy when in reality there might not always be one. And sometimes you're searching in the wrong direction.
Right? Like I do. Of course, let's be clear. We do not hate people for how they were born. And I'm tired, I'm so sick of doing disclaimers because I found that, again, my confirmation bias is that basically when you do them, nobody hears them, but they'll catch you on one thing that's taken out of context. And that literally happened to me last week. And it just made me be like, I'm not doing disclaimers anymore. Like I'm not, but I am. I'm still going to do them because I know that I have to bring myself back down and understand that people need the disclaimers. They need to hear me say it, right? Okay. We do not hate people for how they were born. Of course not. No. Okay? Nor am I going to sit here and tell you that these people were just a net negative 100%. That'd be a lie. That'd be an absolute lie. They are great influencers. They are smart. Okay? And not all. You happy? But as much as it doesn't matter how much I say not all, did Charlie Kirk not know about the clean break memo? Did he not know about Oded Yanan plan at the very least? Does Charlie Kirk know that Haiti is owned by a Jew named Gilbert Biggio? Does he know these things? Did he know these things when he was saying this? Or did he really believe that people were just blaming the Jays just for their personal problems? How could I sit here and blame a bunch of people I don't know for my personal problems? That's insane. My life isn't even in that position to do things like that, right? But what I'm saying is, like, how could you not see it? You really didn't know? You really didn't know? As a Christian, you cannot mesh the two religions. And so what happened is that a real discussion, now this lady will go back to her son and, be like, no, you're being miserable and blah, blah, blah. And you're being depressed and this is crazy. And she'll never, I pray her son was able to just show her some stuff. Like, no, look at this. Look at these plans. Look at this. Look at these certain plans. All right, here's a book, Mom. Israel Lobby. All right. I know my camera's shaking when I do that. Sorry. I pray that she was able to do that he was able to do that with her. Because there's a discussion that needed to be had. And this actually was 3 weeks before. This actually was put out, I think, like a week before. For some reason, this is coming up 3 weeks ago. Oh, no, it was 3 months ago. It was 3 months ago when he did this. So this notion again that as soon as you talk about this, about this thing, that you automatically hate them. It's ridiculous and it's unfair. And it's a shame. I do believe deep down he would have figured it out. He would have finally caved in and figured it out. It's a lot. It is a lot. When I figured out what was going on, when I watched certain documentaries and went back and did my own research, I almost threw up. It was a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like it is. But it must be done. It must be done, because then you end up giving this kind of information. So now what I just did here is that smearing Charlie Kirk after he's been assassinated, when all I say is that I wish he would still be alive, that he could have learned some more, actually debated people. Never wanted to debate Nick Fuentes because he knew if he wasn't ready for all that. You know, we'll never know. That selfish person who took his life destroyed it for everybody. I would have loved to see what he could have became once he realized what his organization was getting ready to be used for.
One of his mottos was never surrender. So I want to tell you that we'll never surrender. We never will. Ever. Ever. Our campus tour this fall will continue. There will be even more tours in the years to come. America Fest here in Phoenix this December will go on. It will be greater than ever. The radio and podcast show that he was so proud of will go on. And in a world filled with chaos, doubt, and uncertainty, my husband's voice will remain. And it will ring out louder and more clearly than ever. And his wisdom will endure.
And as much as it sounds beautiful, I know what this means. These videos take so long, but there is a real attack on Christianity happening right now, and it is going through the Israeli government, working with the American government to infiltrate churches, period. It is. And matter of fact, I think I might have one more. It's just, you're just trying to keep up with everything, honestly, right here. So I just want to, because village crazy lady Mel, but she's like freaking on it. She found, according to new filings, Israel has just hired a California firm to conduct the largest Christian church geofencing campaign in U.S. history. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? In order to target evangelical churchgoers with pro-Israel and anti-Palestinian messaging. This is the churches, guys, okay? And she goes into it. I'll have to add this into another video or something. I got to figure it out. I don't know. I might have to go live about this. I think I will. I don't know who Brian Ferentz is. I guess we do not follow each other. Investigative MAGA journalist, demonetized by X, critical thinker, podcaster, author. Jesus is King. Shout out to him. Breaking. With TPUSA and Dream City Church, you can be tracked by Israel at funerals, at church, political events, everywhere. Okay, so this is the stuff in Farah. Remember when TPUSA spokesman Andrew Colvett said their tech partners tracked over 277,000 devices at Charlie Kirk's funeral? Well, the Dream City Church in Phoenix that hosts all TPUSA rallies and MFest and Kirk was on the board of Kirk was on the board of is front and center in Farah filings of Israel, geofencing and propaganda campaign. Okay, I'm gonna let that marinate for you. I'm gonna give him a follow. We reject Christian Zionism, and you can sue me all day. We will reject this. I see you guys at the next one. Bye.